What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tesla stock, break down what's going on with SPY and the QQQ, and talk about what these technicals are telling us for now. I'm also going to break down some pieces of news that just came out involving Tesla and what Cathie Wood just said. Before I break anything down about what Cathie Wood just said and what's going on with Tesla in the markets, let me just mention a couple of things real quick. Firstly, I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take none of this as financial advice whatsoever. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And don't forget about the Webull link. The offer ends in just 18 hours. Deposit any amount of money and you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks. Each could be worth up to $3,000. Now, don't forget, guys, for a lot of you that signed up, many people are just not investing anything just yet. You have a very limited amount of time to get this offer, so make sure you check it out before the offer ends in 18 hours. Now, anyways, let's talk about the markets. What is going on with the markets right now? In my video from yesterday, I was telling you that I was seeing many sell signals developing in the markets for SPY, for the QQQ, and they are starting to play out already. The market's red in the pre-market. Tesla's also a little bit red. Now, Tesla has lots of resilience. It's only down about $1.86 at 199 so far. So it's still holding support at 198. We're going to watch this very carefully because there's going to be more downwards pressure thanks to SPY and QQQ and Apple and many other stocks out there. Before I talk about this, though, let me just mention what's going on with the data. Real quick, don't forget when you are trading, okay? At 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the Chicago PMI coming out. This is super important. This will affect how the market moves, so expect lots of volatility 15 minutes after open. Then at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, right? This is 30 minutes after open. We have the JOLTS job openings, JOLTS job quits all coming out. Alongside at 10:30 a.m., some data from the Fed Revenues Index, and the Dallas Fed Service Index. So we have lots of data coming out. The most important data is going to be, in my opinion, the first 15 and 30 minutes of market open. So expect lots of volatility during that time frame, especially the JOLTS job data. Besides that, we have some Fed speakers like Harker, Jefferson, and Page speaking later on. Not too significant. I mean, the Fed is not impacting the markets like how it used to. Right now, the market's just more focused on the debt ceiling and other things like that. But until then, let's talk about this as well. I mean, the news is coming out that futures are falling as traders are awaiting the debt ceiling progress. I just want to inform you that right now we're going to have the House voting on the debt ceiling. So always remember, we have a polycentric system. Biden and McCarthy did lots of the hard work, but they didn't do everything. Now we need to see the House vote on the debt ceiling. They're going to be voting today, I believe. Later on today, though, we have a lot of time until they're going to vote, and that's why the market has some room to drop first. Now, here's the thing. When the news comes out that they're going to vote either in favor of it or not, this will affect how the market moves at least to some degree. If we get the news that comes out that they voted in favor of it, the market could get a nice bounce. But like I said before, it's going to take many, many hours, if not even a couple of days for that to happen. There's no guarantee they vote on it immediately or get what they need. I just want to make that clear. This is going to take a while, but just keep this in the back of your mind. Uh, when the news comes out, that's going to be huge. But for now, we have time until it comes out, and that's why the market's going to move normally until then. Now, some news came out that Tesla's been cleared by the NHTSA investigation regarding the in-game, whoopsie daisies, what's this? The in-game gaming feature. So basically, Tesla got criticism for allowing games while people could charge their cars, and they have been investigated by the NHTSA, but this has been cleared, which is some pretty decent news for Tesla. The investigation has been closed, and now they could display video games freely even when the car is in motion, right? Now, on top of this, Cathie Wood came out and said some bullish things. She said that Elon Musk's Tesla could be a big AI winner, and its stock is not overpriced. So that's part of why Tesla's getting all this buying pressure. We're just getting lots of positive news from people like Cathie Wood and etc. However, that does not mean Tesla is not prone to how the market manipulates it and how the market impacts it. And what that means is, let me just show you what I'm talking about. On the charts, all right? Things are looking very interesting. Now, to start us off, we have SPY right here. It's currently at support at 418. It's holding it for now, but look at the head and shoulders I called out yesterday. I mentioned to you guys we could be forming a head and shoulders. I mentioned to you guys there's likely going to be some downside coming based off the bearish divergences and the sell signals on the PPO from yesterday. As a result, SPY is down to about 418 exactly right now. If 418 fails, it's going to come all the way down to this 415 level to where this imbalance is once it breaks below the 200, which I think the odds greatly favor. It could make an attempt to try to bounce around open at 418 just a little bit, but I'm not counting on it to be way too strong because there's going to be more selling pressure and more algos attracting it to this zone right here, acting like a magnet. This is an imbalance, the imbalance in the net volume. Algos are going to start selling to attract it down here to balance this chart. And as a result, we have a head and shoulders, which is suggesting the same thing. The odds greatly favor a test of 415 and then followed by lots of chop around there. But if 415 fails us, then we have 413.5 and then 412.5. So watch those levels very carefully. But for now, I'm very confident we're going to see 415 on SPY very, very soon. Not financial advice, guys. Don't invest based off what I'm saying. Just note this and use this as a reference if 418 fails. Okay. For the QQQ, let me just quickly note. Same thing is developing. Head and shoulders like formation. It's starting to slow down. We have a wide open MACD just like SPY. And on top of that, it looks to me like it's going to continue to downtrend a bit. It's barely holding for 348.27. Sorry about that, guys. It's barely holding that. If that fails on us, we could get closer to about 345. I'm going to watch that very carefully. If 345 fails us, we have this imbalance all the way down to 340. It could even continue to drop. The 200 is at about 342. 342 to 340 is going to be tested if 345 fails on us. So I'm going to be watching that carefully on the QQQ. That's going to have a big effect on the whole market. It could take a couple of days before it gets this low, but it's still on the table, so be very careful with that. Finally, for Tesla, let me just note that Aapl is doing the same thing. It's at 176 right now. If that fails on us, we could see 175. And then finally, for Nvda, this is looking a little bit weak. I predicted that Nvidia would come down closer to about 390, and it's currently at about 394 for now. It looks like it's going to likely fill this gap and come all the way down to about 390. It's so far looking pretty bearish. For the time being, there's no sign of a bounce. Let me just note that. Okay, anyways, for Tesla, okay, back to the good stuff. When it comes to Tesla, this thing is down 1% for now. It's down $2. It's currently at 199.05 at the time I'm recording this. The question is, how is Tesla going to react? Well, the downward pressure from SPY and QQQ will slow Tesla down a bit, but we got some good news from Cathie Wood, and we're still seeing some buying pressure for Tesla as the stock is remaining resilient. However, I think the odds greatly favor Tesla retesting the 50 EMA at about 198 flats, and this is a very important support. Tesla needs to hold this to, hold these levels. And I think what's likely going to happen is it's going to test it and may even break below it, but we have to wait for confirmation first to be more confident. The PPO is wide open. The odds greatly favor Tesla just chopping, maybe coming down a little bit more today. And we have to watch 197.5 to 198 very carefully. If that fails on Tesla, and I think the odds favor that, looking at the market, we're going to be watching 195, and we have this gap all the way down to 194. And then on top of that, there's some imbalances on Tesla around 191, also in the 180s. Not too worried about those just yet. I'm not going to talk about those until we get confirmation first. For now, watch the 50 EMA on the 30-minute time frame, 198 to 197.5. The downwards pressure from SPY and QQQ will cause Tesla to test that zone, and then we'll have to see if there's enough buying pressure from algos, thanks to what Cathie Wood said, and how the stock is being resilient right now to hold it up, or will Tesla break below the 50? If that happens, I'm going to be expecting 195 on Tesla. What am I leaning towards? I think the odds favor Tesla just slowing down because of the market, and we do have an unfilled gap around 194. So just watch the mid 190s very, very carefully. But we need confirmation first. We always have to remain unbiased, and that's what I'm seeing. Now, what's the bullish case? I mean, to turn bullish on Tesla, to turn really bullish, you got to break and hold this 202 level, and then we have 205. We got to do that if you want to turn bullish, and for now, the chart is just not telling us that. The odds greatly favor Tesla retesting the 50 and likely failing and making its way to the mid 190s. All right. I would love to be wrong when saying that, but that's what the charts are telling us. Please be ready and do what you have to do. Don't forget, we have to wait for confirmation, and do not invest based off what I say. Don't just load up on puts. Wait for confirmation and do what you have to do. Not financial advice. Nothing I said is financial advice. All right. Thank you for listening. Don't forget about the Weeble link. The offer ends very, very soon. Please check it out and have a very, very good day, everyone. Get ready for the trading, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Tesla in the market to the moon as the long term is very bright, and peace out.